it's like I don't expect that.
Who was your pretty boyfriend?
Whoa, pause. I never said boyfriend. I said pretty boyfriend.
That's exactly what I said.
I don't have a pretty boyfriend, but you just did some wild shit. You said I won't expect my pretty boyfriend to squabble up. Keep saying it until you understand it.
Oh, and I said, okay, so who was your pretty boyfriend?
Keep saying it until you understand it.
Why did you get to say it and I can't say it?
It's not that you can't say it. I was clearly using it as an example. I said, if I got a pretty boyfriend,
I would just... Back at it again, man. Welcome, SOSA. Welcome to your home. And dog, you had asked me. I like this debate because I actually gave you my answer, but you never gave me one. So, do you think music is dying? You had asked me that. I know, bro, I just be very cautious. But do you think music is dying, bro? Or what's your case, man? What's your case in that shit?
do I feel like music is dying? Yes, I do. Because it's not what it used to be. It used to be one point where it's like, you heard a good song, you told the world this is a good song. It used to be a point where it's like hearing new music, or when this person dropped a song, that person dropped a song. It used to be an actual excitement for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
an uproar.
Yeah, it was an uproar. Now it's to the point where it's like, oh, I didn't even know he dropped something. I'm gonna probably check it out.
Mm.
But you probably never check it out. Or like you do, you bump it one time, oh, it's cool. And then you just bump whatever, select songs you like from whatever album. Nothing wrong with that, because that's how it's supposed to be. It's not like you won't like the whole album. But I just feel like music is really on like the downward trend, because there are so many other, honestly, screaming. I feel like screaming is the reason why music is down. And I'm not talking about music screaming. I'm talking about like actual people being on screen, talking, doing shit, like that type of shit. Like when you think about somebody like Aiden Ross,
Mm-hmm.
or like I-Speed or Castanet, like the screamers. People are literally watching them, whatever they're doing, and it's a lot of people doing it at once. Yeah, they got another device, they can have music going on in the background or whatever, but 9 times out of 10, like I know me, when I'm watching like DJ Academics, I don't have nothing else playing in the background. I'm just listening to DJ Academics. So it's like, I really feel like screaming, podcasting,
That's the new music or something?
I really feel like it is the new source of entertainment. But simply because music has hit that point where it's like, bro, we done heard that. We know you got a switch. We know you got a bust down chain. We know you got a rollie. We know you got this. We know you got that. We know you did this. We know you did that. Like, I feel like music is with the majority of artists, not all, but with the majority of artists. But to pivot on that, it don't make it no better when Kendrick and Cole drop every 4 or 5 years. So that argument, oh, it's no real music. Them niggas not dropping.
So you basically admitting that Kendrick and Cole, they the ones who put out the real music?
For sure. Like, and when I say real music, I mean
the thoughtful shit.
It makes you think.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people don't like the music, because they don't like to think.
They ain't trying to think. And all this other... I'm gonna say music is not dying, and I know that you are I can see that you're talking more about new music, but I feel like the fact that we have that categorization of new music and old music, it's like that's why music will never die, because just being the devil's advocate, at the end of the day, people gon' just go back anyway. Music gon' still be to the point where everyone, sooner or later, we're all human. Everyone's gonna start feeling like how we feel about this new music. Like it's just repetitive. It's repetitive, and there are people who are, and now there are musicians that are coming out who are trying to get that sound back that we used to have. You feel me? Like in 2001, when
what was so my bad? But what was so good about 2001? Like, I know that was just an example, but what was so good about the old music? Because that's another argument there. Like, bro, what was so good about the music that was old? What was so good about it?
You, if I played you somebody rapping about going to the club,
right,
around this time,
right,
each one of those songs gonna sound the same.
Okay.
Each one of them. But if I go back in 2001 and I give you 3 songs and all 3 of them about going to the club, each one of those songs, you know, oh yeah, this is nice. Oh, this is definitely different. It's just not the same thing, but this is nice.
So is it good, or is it just because it's different? Like, was the older music actually good, or is it looked at as good because it's just so different from what's coming out now?
Nah, it was so different from each other back then.
No, I get that point. You could differentiate. I'm gonna just go to New York. You could differentiate 50 Cent from Ja Rule to Fabulous. None of them rap the same. That point I get. But is that the reason why we are in 2023 saying that music was better simply because they sounded different? Like, was the music actually good?
Yeah.
It was actually good.
It was good. It was good. It was good music. It was good music, and there's no argument to say that it was bad music. What I'm saying, and the reason I say that is because I'm not saying that today's music is bad music either. Today's music is not bad music. It's just everyone sounds or is rapping about, or not even rapping, singing about the same things. People put out albums now that sound like mixtapes, when back then you knew, oh, this is a mixtape, but this is an album. This one was like, okay, he sat down, he chose every single song that he needed to, like everything had a purpose. Nowadays, I feel like the music that they putting out, that the purpose for that music is to get streams.
I personally feel like the destruction, because when I say music, I missed a word. I'm in music industry. Is the music industry dying? That's really what I meant to say. Because at this point, I feel like, not even that I feel like, this is true. Whenever a rapper is about to get ready to drop an album, he goes on a whole press run. He do an interview. This person, interview that person, this person, that person. My thing with that is, if your job is to be an entertainer, cool. You don't like doing interviews. If you don't like doing interviews, you shouldn't do an interview just because your album is coming out. That's how I feel. Like, the whole marketing part of hip hop, I feel like
it just moved with the times, though. Like, it's not necessarily like, it's not our fault that we gotta keep putting your face out there.
It's no one's fault, but as a, like me, I don't watch TV. I'm not the type of person, I don't go to the movies, I don't watch TV, I don't even watch sports anymore. I literally watch what's going on in the world. So that might be the news, that might be
some type of politics or debate or some shit.
Yeah, anything that is screamed from independent or major platforms type shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I literally see everything that's going on with everybody if it's put in front of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to the music industry, I just really feel like it's just gotten to a point where it's like, it's not about the music. It's about how many followers you got, how many this, how many that, how many distribution platforms you can get you out. Like, I understand the business of it, because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, that's the business of it. But the business of hip hop has taken away from hip hop. Like, everything just feels like it's a gimmick. Any album that's dropped, it don't feel like it's at one point, I feel like music was music. Now I feel like you're doing this because you want to get paid.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Isn't
There's nothing wrong with that, because when you go to Publix, you know, you ask the deli worker to cut your meat because that's their job.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it because they do it to get paid. So I get that. But I feel like with music, it's different. You should be doing this because you want to do it, because you're passionate about it.
So you feel like the music industry should be pushing better music?
For sure. I feel like the music industry...
That's what it is. Like, they not pushing enough good music. They just pushing whatever the fuck they think finna sell type shit.
That, and I really feel like less money need to be in the music industry. I feel like it because this will never happen, but I feel like I'm not hating on nobody, but somebody being able to get paid $1 million to perform for 30 minutes. Now, this is an independent person that did this. It's like me and you paying an artist $1 million to perform, but this actually happened. A female artist got paid $1 million to perform for 30 minutes to an hour. And she went on social media and she talked about it. She said, I just got paid this to perform. I think it was maybe 45 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, that's cool, because that came from an entity outside of the music industry. That was a person that saw what you've been doing, and they appreciated it so much and they paid you for it.
Facts.
That's different. That's independent. I'm talking about the labels pushing certain type of artists, certain type of music. Because at this point, we're not crazy. Why is it that every time somebody get arrested, they're a rapper? Every time somebody get killed, they're a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this image that's being pushed, it really don't need to be pushed. And I say that by saying it only will stop if y'all stop signing them type of artists. My bad.
No, you good.
But it only stop if y'all stop signing the type of artists. I know it's gonna come off as hate. You don't want to see niggas win. You don't want to see niggas shine. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if out of 20 people that got signed to Boo Boo the Fool Records, and out of those 20 people, 15 of them are street niggas that turned rappers. Me as a little kid that want to get signed to Boo Boo the Fool Records, I'm gonna be thinking, man, they usually sign street niggas. I probably should be a street nigga. It's like, the thing about music, when one person does it, another person can do it because somebody else did it. That's the thing about music. When one person does something with music, somebody else is going to do it because it's just music.
So I'm gonna say why I don't think it's the business side's fault. Because when it comes down to it, bro, me and you used to work at Champs. So we know when it comes to those corporate places or anything like that, they don't give a fuck about the worker. They give a fuck about the customer. And at the end of the day, we the ones who paying for Apple Music and we downloading the street nigga song. Like,
But pause.
we the one.
But pause. To the example you just said,
Mm-hmm.
You know, corporate companies like we work for Foot Locker. They don't care about who work for them. They just care about the customer.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if someone saw they had dreadheads as managers, what you think somebody on the outside looking in might think?
Yeah, they only hire dreadheads, like they only hire thugs and shit.
That's what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
it's like, I get what point you're saying. We're the consumers, all that good stuff, cool. But you guys push what we consume. If I don't know it's an artist named Rakim out in Arkansas, I'm not gonna listen to him. I don't know. I don't see him when I get on my social media, when my YouTube algorithm skip to the next song. I don't see that guy.
Mhm.
But I do see what y'all push. So it's like, you can't, if people want to get high and the only drug that's around is meth, you can't blame everybody for being meth heads. You can more so blame the motherfuckers that's only
themselves.
bringing in meth. So y'all only providing street type artists to the forefront. Like, who gets to, when the last time a nigga like J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar got a deal that they pushed, that the industry actually pushed? Because I know
industry,
plenty,
the industry, nobody. That, and I was
and
actually
it's
finna
plenty
say
of guys that got a deal like that. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, you can't not say that this type of stuff don't sell. And and like you said, they don't care who working for them. They just care about the customer, the consumer. They don't care about who put out the content as long as it get consumed. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I feel that. Yeah. Yeah.
I took you there, no homo. But I took you there. I had to hold your hand and walk you there, but you got there.
It wasn't even that. I was getting down to it. It was like, okay, but why you blaming them though? And I was like, yeah, I see it. So I feel like, since you see that the industry is the problem, maybe we gotta be the solution.
We are, and that's why
we gotta be the solution. Like, again, that's why I'm pretty sure more and more people are starting to think like we think. Like, man, okay, this music is starting to get, like, after a while, like I really have to. Bro, I was listening to Luther Vandross the other day because it's like I had to take a break from all of the fucking bass in my car type shit.
It's real shit. Like, the music, it just sounds a certain type of way. And I'm not gonna get into all that extra shit. Like, y'all have TikTok and Google for all of that stuff. It's like certain type of music, it makes you feel a certain type of way. Certain type of music, it doesn't make you feel a certain type of way. So at the end of the day, if you guys, you blogs, and I ain't just blaming the music labels, blogs, entertainment outlets, like websites, all that stuff, like, you guys push this stuff and then you act like you don't know what you're pushing. And the part that I really don't like is how you blow up somebody. Like, for example, this Gunna and YSL thing. People are still gonna listen to Gunna music.
I am.
Because from the beginning, he wasn't rapping like that. Like that, how most niggas rap, Gunna wasn't rapping like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he literally had people that was like, bro, I like what you saying. And that's why he's gonna have them certain type of fans that's gonna still listen to his music. For example, Pooh Shiesty, he locked up. Gunna album that he dropped at some point in 2020 was within the top 50 selling albums. Internationally, America, all that. Was within the top 50 selling albums of 2022.
Right.
Pooh Shiesty wasn't up there. Granted, didn't Pooh Shiesty get locked up like this year, right? Or was it last year he got locked up?
Man, these years be crumbling up, bro.
So it could have been 21 or 22.
Yeah.
But still, somebody like Gunna, he snitched, whatever. But his numbers, he was locked up. His numbers still did what they did. Nobody else wasn't up there. Not Thug, not nobody else. But Gunna was up there. The one that y'all say that told. Not say he did. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. Rap in your life is different. I feel like at some point that has to become the new norm. It's like, look, what I rap about and what I live can be two different things. If Denzel Washington could go in a movie and play a goddamn deranged father that holds a hospital hostage to get his son a heart transplant, that doesn't mean he's a robber or a criminal. That doesn't mean that. That's just a character he's playing. So it's the same thing with these rappers. It's just a character that a lot of them is playing. Y'all might not realize that, but some of us realize that this is just a character that they playing.
I'm gonna go back to the but back then thing, because the thing is that, come on, man. The thing is, back then, everybody who was but shoot, so yeah, I'm gonna go back to the back then argument, because simply back then, if you was rapping like that, or if you was saying something, if you was doing something, you was actually doing it.
Yeah.
Type stuff. Like any like rapper who was talking like that you can name from like probably like 2001 up to like 2010, like they was that I could think about, they was like that. They was like that. I'm saying, can you think of somebody who not?
Yeah. Told.
You know? Huh?
He told.
He told recently.
He told about, he pretty much, it was his guns or whatever, and he just blamed it on his dead cousin. That was that. Boom. But it's the fact that T.I., like a lot of people really don't remember T.I. gun case, but bro, amongst the guns, he got caught with silencers.
Yes, I remember that.
Rumor has it that, you know how it is with a switch, like how you could get a certain amount of years for just having the switch. Same thing with silencers. You could get a certain amount of time for having silencers, and he had multiple silencers. Now, with 6ix9ine, with Gunna, we have seen the serious fucking charges that they was up against, and how they got off the serious fucking charges by telling, setting the record straight, whatever you want to call it. We see how they got off. So you have somebody like T.I., you get caught with multiple guns you ain't supposed to have, silencers you ain't supposed to have, and what did he get? A year? What did he get, like a year in prison or 2 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Small amount of time.
So what did Lil Wayne get charged for? That he did that little time.
What, with the gun shit? Okay, if I'm not mistaken, did he get caught with that gun in the States? Or
Bro,
was that out of the States?
That was, I can tell y'all, I can tell you just like I can tell them, bro. That was around the time where I knew a lot about R&B people, but hip hop, I was not in the scene, bro. I just knew that he was one of those rappers that was one of the top rappers, and he was about to go to jail.
I was about to say, so what did he go to, like, not what where did he go to jail at? Where did Wayne get locked up at? He got locked up over here? Like the gun was for over here?
What, like in Miami over here?
No, not Miami, but I'm saying like in the United States. Like he got caught with it in the United States.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
And did he do any time?
If anything, he did like what T.I. did. He did like a year or something.
How many guns did Lil Wayne get caught with? Did he get caught with a gun?
that's why I told you, I don't.
Cause that's the difference. If Lil Wayne got caught with a gun, if you have a good lawyer, you can get out of that. It's just a gun. T.I. had guns, silencers, and he got out of that. Even you bringing up Weezy, shit, he could have snitched too. I'm not saying the nigga didn't. If it was that type of shit, I'm just saying, bro, niggas are snitching. And I'm going to go on the record and say, bro, depending on the case, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Because with 6ix9ine, bro, you fucking my baby mama, y'all taking money from me, and you niggas kidnap me, I will snitch on y'all too. I'm looking dead at the camera. You fucked my baby mama, stole money from me, and kidnapped me, I will snitch on you.
See, so, well then,
period. I was, bro, that's the ultimate get back. Cause I'm gonna put your ass in jail.
Nah, facts, that is. But what I'm more talking about is not even the snitching aspect. Not even the snitching aspect, but more like the life that they live. Cause again, that's another one of the problems that's wrong with music today. Like, people are rapping about a life that they clearly didn't live, type stuff, as opposed to back then. Yeah, you may have snitched when you were older, but the life that you rapped about in your songs, we know you did that. We know you were at least at least around that.
Bruh, like, I'm gonna keep it G. Shit been around. Listen, that's why I brought up T.I.
Bro, what, that fake rap?
Yes, like,
fake rap been around?
Niggas been around from the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever, capping, bro. Pimps used to say it all the time.
This is
rap niggas used to be acting like they was pimping, but they not. Pimps used to say that shit all the time. Real drug dealers used to say that shit all the time. These niggas rapping about doing this and that, and they ain't never fucking do it.
So
out of all the rap niggas, who really got caught up in some criminal shit? BMF, Murder Inc. And New York with Ja Rule. It's only a few small amount of niggas that actually got caught up with criminal shit back in the day with rap. Snoop Dogg caught up with a murder charge, but that wasn't even Snoop Dogg catching a murder charge. His bodyguard caught it. So it's like, but that shit been around, bro. That shit been around.
So why?
I don't know why people doing
so
that.
Bad today?
I don't know.
Like,
that's the thing.
What makes it happen today that is so bad? Is it easier to expose or something?
Yes, that's the thing. It's easier to expose. Now we have computers. If
facts,
like if one of us went to jail, somebody could pull that up and see if we went to jail and what we went to jail for. So if we ever got up here and said we went to jail for stabbing somebody, they could say, no, you went to jail for jaywalking.
Yeah, I can't ever say that. They be like, bro, you went to jail for not putting your blink on. I looked it up.
Yeah, so it's
that'd be crazy.
Bro, it's so much cap that's going on and going around. It's like, bro, to believe that this shit just started, that's a fucking lie. Who you think raised these niggas? You think bitch ass niggas just become bitch ass niggas? Nah, somebody raised them like that. Somebody tell them that that's okay. Like telling the snitching, bro. My parents told me, bro, you gotta tell on somebody, And my daddy came from the streets. But he like, yo, you gotta set the record straight. And that's my thing. It's like, bro, cause that's this whole thing that's going on in hip hop now too. They trying to expose Boston Richie, Gunna, etc. They trying to expose niggas for snitching, bro. I'ma just put that shit like this. If me and him caught a body, but all he did was drive, and I was the one who caught the body, I would hope he don't snitch. But bro, if he snitch, he snitch. Because I actually did it. Like, I actually did it. So it's like, it's a difference if he's snitching on me and lying on me. Bro, you telling the truth. If this was any situation, you would tell the truth to clear your name. Like if this was a sex crime, you wouldn't let it be known that both of us raped somebody. You would say, nah, that wasn't me. and you'll leave it just like that. So it's like when niggas saying, "Oh, nah, they this, they that," bro. They want you. They don't want me. These people are not stupid. They know this a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this a game. Yeah, it shouldn't be around. Yeah, I'm a bad guy. Yeah, I did wrong. Can I go home now? Simple as that. Especially if I know you a fuck nigga if you want me to sit in that situation with you. If we go to our first little court hearing and them people tell us, all right, for this murder, y'all facing 100 years. I'm finna look at my dog and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna tell my dog, I got this, bro. Cause they not finna give both of us 100 years for this. At least you could put some money on my books while you out. Or something like I could just take the blame for it. You know you drove the car, but I'm gonna keep you out of that. just make sure niggas straight, take care of my shorties, don't fuck my baby mama. That's all I ask. It's like just real simple stuff.
Facts,
so it's
facts.
like, come on, man, like. I don't see no problem with the nigga setting the record straight. If again you wasn't really in that smoke, bro, don't sit in the cell for that.
So, is it the artist that's fake, or is it the audience?
It's the audience for sure. Because one thing people fail to realize, every time they criticize these artists, they're being themselves. They're doing what they want to do. You're criticizing somebody for doing what they wanted to do. You the one who was on their dick, knowing you listening to their music. Bro, a nigga said he pushing P. Everybody know pimps are traditionally non-violent with everybody but they hoes.
Mm-hmm.
They slap they hoes, but they want nothing to nobody else, because pimps are usually non-violent. So if a nigga telling you he pushing P, which is a pimp reference, this nigga telling you, bro, I'm calm, cool, and relaxed. I ain't doing no rough shit for nothing. I'm P. I'm player. Like, I'm not doing none of that. So how you get mad when a nigga tell, bro, I'm player? It's like you telling you a pretty boy. It's like if a brawl break out, I don't expect my pretty boy homeboy to get in there and knocking niggas out. I expect my dog with the ashy hands and the ashy knees to get in there and squabble up. I don't expect my pretty boy homie to get in there and really do something like, yeah, he might punch somebody or something, but I don't really expect to see him like, do you feel
right,
me? Like,
right.
I don't expect that.
Who was your pretty boyfriend?
Whoa, pause. I never said boyfriend. I said pretty boyfriend.
That's exactly what I said.
I don't have a pretty boyfriend, but you just did some wild shit.
You said I won't expect my pretty boyfriend to squabble up. And I said,
keep saying it until you understand it.
Oh, and I said, okay, so who was your pretty boyfriend?
Keep saying it until you understand it.
Why did you get to say it and I can't say it?
It's not that you can't say it. I was clearly using it as an example. I said, if I got a pretty boyfriend.
I was just asking, man.
You
base a lot of your arguments off of facts.
I understand, but I clearly said if I had.
I was just asking. I was like, hey, so which one of us?
Who's your pretty boyfriend?
I didn't say I had one.
Okay, so don't ask me. Don't ask me. I don't have one. It was an example.
Oh man, my bad.
Nah, you good.
I was just asking.
Good. I know.
Like
I said.
That is first. But as soon as it came up, soon as you was like if yeah. See, now I'm repeating it. I'm saying if.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, come on, dog. You was trying to get on me.
Nah, bro.
That wasn't even necessary.
I wasn't trying to get on you. I was trying to see which one of us you thought that was.
Oh. No.
What is it? Don't.
Oh.
Bro,
That's all it was.
that.
Oh.
I haven't seen that since the last.
This guy thinks so hard.
But the last time somebody did that to me, it was
No, I said what you about to say. It's 2023. Y'all see how he still holding his tongue?
Alright, the last person that I did that to me was a
A
female.
female. That's all you had to say.
That's it. That's
All,
it.
hey, this
Hey
guy.
man, you kind of sensitive today, man. So I'm just.
That's you. That's you.
Oh man.
I tell him, repeat what you said, and now all of a sudden he calling me sensitive.
Woo! Alright, man, my bad. I'm gonna stop fucking with you now. Let me stop fucking with you, man.
Fucking with yourself, slime. You ain't fucking with me. No offense, I don't mean it like that.
Because I'm sensitive, huh?
Yeah,
You gotta make sure I'm okay. Nah, man.
Gotta watch them guys that's of a lighter complexion.
Cause we, listen, man. The skin may be thick, but these feelings are abroad. You know they are strong.
Yeah, man.
Strong feelings, man. Strong emotions.
He still cry when he get shots.
I don't like getting. I don't like getting.
He still cry when he, hit his tongue in a little bit.
That is something that I'm pretty sure everyone who's watching will agree. Nah, fuck that. That hurt.
He cried watching the movie Coco.
I regret telling you that out of confidence because that is something.
This is the crazy part. I completely made that up.
Nah, I know
didn't
you
even
did.
know that happened.
I swear to God, I know you did. I thought I
I'm
was
about
just
to say,
playing along.
I made that
didn't
up.
cry. I didn't cry during the movie Coco, but God damn it, when the grandma started singing that song, they almost got me. But the only movie, well, not the only, the last movie I cried for, I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
Last thing I cried for.
No, not last thing, last movie.
That movie?
Mm-hmm. Last movie you cried for, like last movie that got you. Like what's the last movie that got you?
That I can remember, that Netflix series where the boys they went to jail.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one got me to the point where I had to stop watching it that day and I had to finish it another day. I said, I can't do this.
Bro, and the way they built that show was great because like the first 3 episodes is like, damn man, these guys is really going through some shit. And then the last episode, the 2-hour episode about Corey Wise, bruh, somebody just reached their hand in my chest and just pulled my shit out, bro. I'm like, yo. And I gotta applaud the guy who played him. I think his name was like Jerome something.
Whatever your name is.
Whatever your name is, bro. Man, bro.
Good job.
When I saw that AC come on, bro, and how you reacted, bro, I felt like I could feel the fucking AC that you felt, bro. I swear to God, bro. Like that shit, bro. That was a great show.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't they like give him some food or something in the interrogation room too?
They gave him a can of soda.
Okay. I knew
He
it
had
was
a Coca-Cola in front of him while he was recording.
I knew it was something that they gave him. And I'm like, damn, for that.
Bruh.
But yeah, man. Good job, Netflix. That's the type of stuff you're supposed to drop.
That was a good one right there.
Where are we going in this conversation?
Bro, I ain't much gonna lie. We was talking about the last movie that made us cry, and I don't even know how we got there. Honestly, I don't. I was gonna say Pursuit of Happiness though. That movie got me.
Oh, bro.
That movie got me.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Pursuit of Happiness. My son is probably 1 something, maybe 2. I watched the movie for some reason. For some reason, I watched this movie, bro.
You watched it? Did you watch it ever before you had a son?
Yes, I watched it a few times before I had my son. But after I had my son and I watched that movie, bro, when I tell y'all, I cried. Like, I cried because it was at a time where I was kind of like going through something, and like I really was watching my son more than ever. Like I not even watching him, I was just really involved with my son more than ever. And like I was watching the movie while he was asleep, and I was actually watching it on my phone, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, bruh, like
Yeah.
that's all I just was able to say, like, bruh, like.
So, bro, you remember what's the part that got you? Bro, I held out all the way into the end. I held out all the way into the end. Even the whole conversation that he
The
had.
bathroom part.
Oh,
Where they were sleeping in the bathroom, and somebody was banging at the door, and he just was like, "Ah, shit, I ain't gonna lie, y'all,
Yeah.
I'm tearing up right now."
Nah. That part was just like gut wrenching.
I'm
But it
tearing
didn't
up
get.
right now, bro.
But the part that got me, the moment that got me, bro, was when he was in the middle of the crowd. He finally got the job. He ran outside. He was in the middle of the crowd, and like, cause you know I pay attention to like all the shit around. Like for some reason, like everybody around him was blurry and moving slow, but he was the only one who was moving in real